Fierce Plowman, written by William Langland, is an allegorical poem. Which of the following characters in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is not an example of the corrupt clergy? Answer is the parson. In his Apology for Poetry, Phillips Sidney defends poetry against the charge of falsehood. Which of the following is not a sonnet sequence in English? Epithalamion. Amoretti and Astrophel and Stella, these two are sonnet sequences, whereas Epithalamion is not. Who introduced blank verse into English poetry? Earl of Surrey. Earl of Surrey introduced the blank verse into English poetry. Which poem by John Milton contains an attack against corrupt clergymen? Answer is Lycidas. The famous bargain scene in The Way of the World is about assertion of women's rights. In which book of Paradise Lost does Satan seduced and tempting Eve? Answer is Book 9. A metaphysical conceit is an extended comparison. Charles Lamb defended restoration drama against charges of immorality. Which of the following descriptions is not used for the 18th century? The sentimental age. In The Rape of the Lock, Belinda's lock is finally transformed into a star. Which of the following writers is not a satirist? Answer is William Cowper. Dryden, Samuel Butler and Jonathan Swift, these are the satirists. But William Cowper is not. Vindication of the Rights of Women was written by Mary Wollstonecraft. Sir Fretful Plagiary appears in Sheridan's The Critic. The subtitle of Frankenstein refers to the myth of Prometheus. The following is not referred by Wordsworth in his preface to the lyrical ballads. Answer is political ideology. It is a truth well known. These famous opening lines of Pride and Prejudice are ironical. Who among the following is not a member of the fictional Spectator Club invented by Richard Steele? Lawyer Anton. Madame Defarge in A Tale of Two Cities is associated with the Jacobins. Matthew Arnold refers to the English middle class as Philistines. Nellie Dean in Wuthering Heights is an unreliable narrator. Match the novel with its author. Barchester Towers by Anthony Trollope. North and South, Elizabeth Gaskell. And The Cloister and Hearth is by Charles Reid. And Treasure Island is by R.L. Stevenson. In T.S. Eliot's poem, Prufrock admits that he is not Hamlet. In Women in Love, Birkin is Lawrence's mouthpiece. Action in The Heart of the Matter takes place in a British colony. The following works by George Orwell is a dystopia. Answer is 1984. The style of Samuel Beckett in his fiction is best described as a minimalist. Post-war immigrant writing in England sees racialist attitudes as still prevalent. Better, of course. If images were plain, warnings clearly said, shapes put down, quite still. These lines have been described as providing the manifesto, the movement poetry. Who wrote them? Answer is Kingsley Amis. What is common to Judy Smith, Caryl Phillips, Monica Ali and Hanif Qureshi? Common among the above writers, they write about immigrants in UK. The writer best known for his campus novels is David Lodge. Next to, of course, God America is a poem by E. Cummings which critiques sentimental nationalism, jingoism, belief in America's greatness. Alright then, I'll go to hell. This famous statement is made by Huck Finn. Chinua Achebe's novel No Longer It Is takes its title from a poem by T.S. Eliot. Rabindranath Tagore deals with terrorism in his novel 4 chapters. In the story Draupadi, the tribal woman stands naked confronting Senanaik. This gesture can be interpreted as an attempt to shame her victimizers, to challenge their masculinity, to show herself as they wanted to see her. The intentional fallacy is a concept supported by the new criticism. Residual and emergent are terms introduced by Antonio Gramsci. Can the Subaltern Speak? By Gayathri Spivak discusses Sati from the perspective of representation, liberal politics, the ethics of intervention. The statement, "The age of mega narratives is over," is attributed to J.F. Letharge. "A terrible beauty is born" is an example of oxymoron. In a metaphor, the metaphoric word is called vehicle. Which literary element is abused by Bertolt Brecht in his play Threepenny Opera? Answer is Deus ex machina. A single monosyllabic rhyme is called as masculine rhyme. The terms strophe, antistrophe, and epode are associated with ode. Thank you and all the very best, my friends.